Phew, I've got a bit of a sweat on. I need a fan.
What's going on, guys? My name is Echo, and today I'm here with episode 31 of the Spring Trap. Little bit of technical difficulties. We're blaming Cleric Dragoon 100% on that. My boy Goon, the co-host of the show, is right above me. We also have Verbal right next to me. He is an NDL person and is also part of a co-leader of the Kronos clan. And we have Atomic Blonde in the top left. She also does stuff for the NDL, but I'm going to let them talk to you guys about that in a minute before we get into the episode. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Goon right now. Again, guys, I'm sorry it took so long for us to get started, but Cleric Dragoon had to run to the bathroom again, and I didn't want to start the show while he was there.
Guys, that is 100% a lie. But anyway, it could happen at any time during the stream. But that part, definitely fabrication. But I'll take the blame, guys, because ultimately, I probably screwed up somehow. It's probably directly related to my technological lack of intelligence. But anyway, I'm here. Thank you guys for showing up. Hey, South Super. Hey, what's up? Riggs Gaming is in the house. And guys, we are ready. We got Blondie. We got my man up here, the Dutchman, I'm going to call him, Kronos.
Verbal,
whatever. Verbal. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's anyway. I screwed up again, so that's why I'm your co-host, man. I make everybody laugh. At the end of the day,
we should have worn name tags.
We should have. We should have. I'm just that weird guy that has a beard, but it's easy to say that, right?
That's true. You definitely are the weird guy with the beard, the untrimmed beard.
So I'm gonna pass it off to somebody else. Hot seat, please. Let's go.
Verbal, what's going on? Why don't you take a second, tell everybody who you are, why you're here, and just fill them in a little bit about you.
Why I'm here?
Yeah.
I was wondering myself. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, and you invited me.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was in your time zone when you invited me. I was on vacation in Aruba, and I thought, well, nice. I can make that. Not thinking that I would be home by then. So it's now 4 a.m. in the morning. I set my alarm clock to be here. I'm Verbal. I'm a co-leader of Kronos, and I'm in the NDL Fair Play Investigations team.
That's what he does, guys. That's what I was trying to say when I introduced the show. Yep, so he's going to be hanging out with us tonight, just talking about some Clash, talking about whatever questions that you guys have up in the chat, and also Atomic Blonde. What's going on? Fill them in about yourself.
Hey, I'm Atomic Blonde. I work for the NDL staff, not stuff. And I also play for, I'm in the Free Strikes family, so I'm currently playing NDL League for Free Strikes.
Yes.
We have a war on this evening as well, guys.
Yes, you do.
So, yes.
Yes, and Three Strikes is a clan that I cover on my channel all the time. You guys have been doing amazing stuff. I literally go to Three Strikes and get 2 or 3 videos out of one war because it's been so good. Same thing with Kronos, though. I literally, I keep saying literally, but I recorded 3 videos just from one Kronos war today as well, just because there's so much good stuff. How do you not make all these videos, So good stuff out of Kronos, though. Kronos and Three Strikes. Thanks for being part of that family. I honestly didn't even know you were in there, to be honest with you.
Say again, sorry?
I didn't know you were in Three Strikes.
Yeah, it's amazing. You're actually a part of our clan family.
I am
by the way.
indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I am indeed, yeah.
The circle fam. There we go.
Is this one I have to say there's other clans available? You know when you say about a branded something,
You
then
can
you
say
have
whatever
to
you
say
want.
That's up to you.
there's other clans available.
Of course there are.
All right.
The circle is huge. All right, let's get into the first questions that we have. And I'm going to give this one off. And this is basically going to be for Goon and I because we're the ones that have YouTube channels. Goon, I'm going to give this one to you because you are the expert on this area. We have some new people that are new to YouTube and they're looking to grow their YouTube channels. What are some tips that you can give them, especially as someone that's kind of changing from one game to another moving on to improve their channel and grow their channel? What do you got?
Well, my thing is, and I made a tweet about this actually, and it's very simple. The thing about switching content, and I know that's directed towards me. I just did it. I literally left Clash of Clans and I started doing PUBG Mobile. But the thing at the end of the day, I got a lot of advice from my friends, you Echo, Powerbang, Wicked, Flashback. I mean, a bunch of people in the circle that are my friends as well, and they all sounded the same way, and a real friend would tell you this, is basically do what you're passionate about. Follow your passion, whatever it is. Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about the subs. Just do what you're passionate about, because ultimately the viewers you gain are going to be passionate about you. So don't worry about all that stuff. Just do what makes you happy. If it's Clash of Clans, do Clash of Clans. PUBG Mobile, do PUBG Mobile. If it's Pokemon Go, whatever makes you happy, because it's going to show in your content. If you're sitting there bored out of your mind doing some content and you're just sitting there going, well, look at this, here he's doing this, and but I'm worried about views and I got to keep playing this game. You messed up, bro. Don't do it. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. And that's all that matters. If you do what makes you happy, you will explode on YouTube and become big and famous.
No. But see, look, it doesn't matter about that. As far as if it makes you happy, don't worry about the rest. Whatever happens at that point. I mean, you can continue doing the content you're doing if it's getting you views or getting you growing your channel. But at the end of the day, if it's not making you happy, what have you accomplished? You're trapped in something that you're not happy about. So
that's true.
Look, man, do what makes you happy, dude. Don't worry about the rest, man.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it, because YouTube, I mean, it's really difficult to start to see success and growth on YouTube. There's so many people doing it now that any person can record to their phone, upload from their phone onto YouTube. So many people, so many kids are doing it, that it makes it even more difficult. If you started YouTube 5 years ago, it was a lot easier to grow than it is today. So if Goon's advice right there, to do something that you're interested in, that you enjoy, and that you would have a passion for, whether you're doing it on YouTube or not, that's probably the best. Then if you find that passion, there are tips that you can do to grow your channel along with that passion, which is consistency, putting out quality content and stuff like that. But
well, let me just say another thing. It's really hard. It's really hard to make a change, especially if you're deeply rooted, as I was, in a particular community. I love the Clash community. You guys know that. And so for me to make that move, it was really difficult. It wasn't a decision that I made overnight. It was a decision that took a lot of time. And it happened over probably, what, Echo, like a month and a half?
Probably a day.
At least.
He decided in about
whatever. But look, it took me a while. But the thing is, ultimately, I went with what all the voices were telling me. I went with what made me happy. Yeah. So, and that's true. So, like, but the thing is, like, it's not easy. It's not easy to make that change. And when you make that change, you have to be prepared for the worst. I mean, you go on a channel like mine that was built on Clash, and you go to a totally different game. It could be awful. It could be detrimental. I mean, but at the end of the day, we're not living off of YouTube. I have a job. So, I mean, it's not like YouTube is my job. So I was like, you know what, man, YouTube is something I do that for enjoyment. It's something I enjoy. So, like, if I keep doing the content that I wasn't enjoying, what am I gaining? Mm-hmm. So I made the move.
Good point. So that was a good way of dancing around the true question, but we're allowed to do that on this show. So
what's the true question?
How do you grow a YouTube channel? Not why did you switch to PUBG, man?
Well, how do you grow a YouTube? You just keep grinding, bro.
There you go.
Mean, there's no easy answer to that. Well, I mean, you just grind, bro. I mean, I didn't have nobody coddling me when I started my channel. I just put content out, man. I could every day grind. I didn't care. I just said, you know what? This makes me happy. I didn't care what kind of views I got. I just put out content, and guys, people started watching. They support me, and they're awesome. Yeah. And that's all you can do. You just have to grind. You don't worry about the views, and don't worry about the subs. Don't get caught up in that game. Don't worry about what this guy's got and what this guy's got. Just do your stuff. And keep moving.
You'll drop into a deep depression.
There's no magic formula for YouTube. There's nothing. It's not instantaneously too. You know something that drives me crazy, and this is me and Echo. We get this all the time. You'll get a guy that started a channel last week. He started a channel. He's made like one video in a month. And then he's like, hey, do a collab with me. What he's thinking is, hey, I'm going to get this guy's subs. Yeah. And me and Echo are not about numbers. We will do collabs with people that are smaller than us. But at the end of the day, we want to do collabs with people that have put that grind on. Not a guy that started last week. A guy that's been grinding for 2 years with like 200 subs, but he's putting the work in. Man, hit us up, man. We'll do something with you. I mean, that's how we are. If you're putting that grind in we'll support you, man. But if you're just a startup and you ain't putting no work in, man, not so much.
Right, and now in the chat comes all the people asking for us to do cool collabs with them.
Hey, man, I get it every day, man. It's all good.
All right, let's get into a Clash question because I feel like Atomic Blonde and Verbal are sitting over there and being like, why exactly did I come on the show? It just doesn't make sense.
My bad, guys. I just went on a rant. I'm sorry.
Okay. I know. Oh, it was early on in the show. Usually those rants happen at the end, but we started fresh and early today for you. All right, we got one about the clock tower in the main village. Someone mentioned something about this last episode, but it seems that someone else brought it up today. So I'm going to ask you, Atomic Blonde. First of all, are you guys into the Builders Hall at all, or no? No.
She can't hear you again, right?
I don't know. Can you hear us?
She can hear you, but we can't hear her.
Well, then I'm going to talk to you, Verbal. You're not into the Builders Hall at all, right?
No, completely not. No, I think that was well, the worst thing they ever did to the game. I loved everything they did. I loved every update, but the Builder Hall, I never played it.
Okay, so do you even know of the clock tower that's in the Builders Hall or no?
I know there's a clock tower, and I know I need the Builder Hall to up my archer towers and my cannons to do the double cannons.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I played them.
Okay, do you think that it would be a good addition to the game to have a clock tower in the main village to speed things up, or is that just kind of, I
think it is. It's well, the main reason that the Clash of Clans was addictive to me was you had to check it every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. So I remember that I was at my work, and in between customers, or every 5 or 10 minutes, you had to open it and to collect all the stuff. So if you got something new in there, which is a timerable, I think it's always great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't say no to something that's going to make my upgrades quicker, but I don't think it's needed at the same time. But
well, I'm earning gems and making it quicker.
Right,
worked
exactly.
Every time.
Exactly, I agree. I'm going to remind everybody right here that the show is based on your questions. So if you guys are sending questions my way, I'm writing them down right here, and we are going to get to them in the show. So make sure you send those questions in, because when they slow down, there we go, we hear you now.
Yeah,
or when they stop, that's when the show stops.
You sound
guys.
like a robot.
Do I sound like a robot to anyone else?
Okay, Verbal, but Goon, he was going.
I hear everybody.
Yeah,
Echo and Goon sound like robots.
Little R2D2s.
All right, so let's move on to our next question, because I can't help.
Maybe it could.
She's gone again. That's on her. We're all hearing each other fine.
I think Echo didn't pay his internet bill or something.
I think so.
Oh no, yeah.
Right.
There must be something like that.
Riggs has a question for Verbal. Throw it up in there. Why can we not boost the lab in the home base? You could boost everything else, but not the... What's that?
You count with the potions? There are no potions for that?
No, there's only the things to instantly upgrade something that's going.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why you can't do that, but I guess it could be something that they add to there. Another way for them. Yeah, she is lagging, guys, but at least you could sit here and just look at her, right? Are you drinking water or vodka in that glass there, Verbal?
No, it's water. It's water.
I
had some vodka before I went to sleep. But
Yeah.
as I said, I was on vacation still yesterday and had a terrible flight. I don't know why they put those torture seats in planes these days. There's no way you can sleep in those chairs. They're the most expensive chairs in the world. You can't sleep in them.
You can't. That's true. That's funny.
It's ridiculous. I looked at the chair and I said, well, who thought of that? Come on. You can't put them backwards. You can't toss your feet anywhere.
So you're just
Who come up with
sitting straight up, trying to fall asleep, and it can't happen.
Come on. And then your family's all around you trying to get asleep, and your son's nagging you. And no, it wasn't a fun flight.
I'm sorry, man. Hopefully the trip was more fun than the flight.
Yeah, great.
Awesome.
But the question was why the lab couldn't be speed up.
Yeah, we kind of moved on from that one, unless you have something to add to it. No. Okay. We have.
Well, I just gotta say, I want to take up for Builder Hall. You know, that's the only reason I log on to Clash right now is to go and play Builder Hall, and other than that, I don't even log on.
Clan games. I do clan games a lot.
I'm just kidding, man. It's total lie. Sorry about that. Had to get there, but anyway. Nah, I don't. I hate Builder Hall, man. It was the worst thing ever. But I did play it just like you did, Verbal, for the upgrades when I did do it, man.
And I did do the clan games a lot.
Good.
Yeah,
like the
I didn't
clan
do those
game.
either.
I mean, I play the Builder's Hall too, just because it's sitting there. I have to.
Magnus.
But I don't play it like the other one. All right, T-Rex, how much do you all grind and how much do you all spend on gemming your bases? I'll start off with that one. I basically get on as much as I can. Whenever I get some time and I can attack, I'll do some attacks. And whenever I have full loot and a builder is not free, I'll gem a builder to be free. And I'll always use a book of buildings or something on my queen. That's for me. How about you, Verbal?
Well, I got several accounts. I think I've got about 5 active now and a few dormant.
Oh wow!
I think about every maybe 2 or 3 weeks I say, well, I'm going to spend less money on this game. I'm going to spend less money. There are other reasons now, but every time I spend again and every time I gem again, then there's something of a war and we need to up something or we need to max queen.
Yeah, I can't play without the queen. You can get away without your king. You can get away without your warden, but the queen, I mean,
not in war.
No, not in war.
In Kronos, you can't war without one hero.
No, exactly. Kronos, you guys. I was actually looking through your war log. I was streaming last night. I was streaming last night, and we were showing a bunch of your guys' war attacks. And I showed your log to everyone. I think out of all of the wars in the log, you had five total losses, which is crazy. That's great.
Against great clans.
Oh yeah, of course. No, but I'm saying like
the losses we have.
The
losses we have were fun wars. They were actually one of the best wars we had. We had. I can honestly say we had more fun during those losses than in some of the other ones we won.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that Spartan's Legacy war we just had was amazing.
Yeah.
My God, that was.
But the adrenaline gets pumping when we meet Spartan's Legacy again.
Oh, good.
There's a long history over there.
I don't know that history, but that is part of the fun. But I'm telling you, that came down to 1%, man. And I actually showed the only time I think I may have ever shown a defense. And I'm sorry that Atomic Blonde is all laying on her side right there, guys, but at least she's there. It was the first time that I showed a defense because that was the decision in the war, and it was so exciting. Got the okay, don't worry about it. But
and it was for me.
Oh, that was your base?
No, I gave you the okay.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yes, you did give me the okay. I didn't realize it was your base though. It wasn't your base though.
No, it was a great war. It was a great war.
Oh,
we accepted the loss already. We had quite some disadvantages that war. I don't know how much, but quite some on the 10s and quite some on the 11s and 12s.
Oh yeah, there was. Yeah.
And we already accepted the loss, so we thought, well, just go in. And sometimes when you have wars like that, then you just say, well, go in, attack the way you want to. Then everything starts coming together, and you just have a great war and a fun time.
Yeah. No, so they ended up. They had 4 12s and you had 3, and you had 11 Town Hall 9s, and I think they only had 3 Town Hall 9s. So they were really Town Hall 10 heavy. In that war.
Yeah.
But still,
we got some great Town Hall 10 hitters, so we overcame the advantage actually, and we didn't think we would. So in the last few minutes, the guys came online who are the heavy hitters, and well, we basically pulled it equal, and we said, well, it's all going to come down to the last Town Hall 11, and when he actually attacked, everybody was like, well, no, that's a 3-star. Well, 1 minute before the attack ended, everybody said that's a 3-star, that's a 3-star. Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, the witches came from the bottom side and then 2 archers were still there. There was no way that attack wasn't going to be a success, and well, it failed at a 99%, and that won us the war.
Yeah, and not only a 99%, but that Inferno Tower needed like 2 more shots into it. It was
nothing.
Crazy.
It needed nothing. It was great.
If you guys didn't see
we
it,
deserved to win.
What's that?
I think we deserved to win that war.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean,
I like the gamesmanship with you two. I've seen some videos like where y'all had a war coming up, and it was a long time ago, but there was a lot of smack talking, and I enjoyed watching a little bit of smack talking between you two. It was
it's dangerous.
It was interesting.
It's dangerous to smack talk because most people don't understand the difference between shade and little banter. We like banter, and maybe in our clan chat, our private clan chat, we throw some shade, but it's very different, very difficult to have banter with somebody. We had some with Code Enigma in the past, and they're great at it. They like it. They make very funny videos, and it's great to have it with them. But other people just cross the line a little bit, and it's becomes shade quite quickly. So it's very dangerous to do. We like it a lot,
Yeah.
but it's almost impossible to do with somebody. You have to have some trust between the clans.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so Sean, I'm looking at your message right now, and I'm not. I don't understand what you're trying to say. So try and explain it in a different way, because I don't really get it. But we're gonna go to another one. Rig says, "Are those fingers or toes?" That's funny. The next question: why not make hero upgrades cheaper if Supercell wants us to go up to Town Hall level? So why is it still so expensive to upgrade your heroes, but they're trying to push all the 9s up to 10s and so on? Do you think that is anything that we should be worrying about? Or, hey, Atomic Blonde, I don't know if she could hear us or not. If not, you guys could maybe type to her in Discord, but maybe if she just turns off her cam and we get her voice, it's better than just seeing fingernails with no voice.
Fine.
Oh, you hear us? So turn off your cam.
I know. Yeah.
Turn off your cam. Because it seems to be frozen anyway, so at least we'll get your voice on here. There you go. At least we have that.
Turn off the cam.
And it's better than
Have
that.
a blonde on the show. You tell her to go away.
I know. Well, it was only it was
What
frozen.
did you do?
You could try and put it back on again now, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. What's up, Clash Bashing? How you doing, brother?
Bash is in the house,
Bash
bro.
is in the house. Yes, he is. What more? I missed a bunch of questions we were going through here.
You asked about the heroes. Why it's taking so long? Why so expensive?
Working now.
There you go. Now you're
it
working
working
again.
now?
Yeah. If it starts shutting
Yeah,
off
yeah.
on you, just if
Wait,
it starts shutting off on you, just.
My fingernails.
Well, we were looking at it for a long time. People were starting to question if they were toes or fingers.
The camera. I'm
There you
sorry
go.
I'm moving the camera, but you guys sounded like robots, and I couldn't answer the questions because I just couldn't make out this robot talk that you were talking.
Yeah, it seems
So
that your
sorry.
phone is lagging on you. So if that happens again, just go off cam and then turn your
Yeah.
cam back on, and it should work again.
Okie dokie.
Oh, at least that'll
But
we'll try.
you can hear me okay, you can see me okay, yeah?
Everything is great right now. So
Cool.
then we were talking about why are heroes still so expensive to upgrade if Supercell
Yeah.
wants everyone to upgrade to the next Town Hall level. Is it promoting people rushing their bases, or what do you think? What do you guys feel about that?
Well,
And as
I
you
mean,
talk
there's
about it, I'm
loads
going to collect more
there's-
questions.
I mean, we get loads of help now from what it was a couple of years ago. I mean, with the clan games, you've got the book you can use to, get your hero back, and the 1 gem boosts, and there's loads of things that they're to help with farming and what have you. So no, I think grind, and the hero prices are fine.
So you're saying it takes
I
the
think the
dedication.
clan games is brilliant. I love the clan games.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question, but you just jumped ahead, so I wrote it down for nothing. But
You've all gone quiet. Can you hear me?
Oh God.
Nope.
Really?
Clan,
Pardon?
well, so for clan games, they what do you think of them? I like them. If I'm getting stuff for free, I mean, why wouldn't you like clan games? You don't have to do them. There's nothing that tells you have to do clan games, but it gives you the opportunity to get books, to get loot. I mean, I never understood why people didn't like those. What do you think?
You don't have to do them.
Right, exactly.
You only do them if you love. But they're short. I love short things.
And
You can do a challenge for an hour.
Yeah.
You can do a challenge for 2 hours. You can do it for 2 days.
right.
I love it.
And what else is cool is you can have people come to your clan. You can have people join up in your clan and help you up with your clan games as well, which is nice. So
Yeah.
it's not only like when clan games starts, it's not only who's in there, kind of like they have in Clash Royale.
No, actually, you're right. We're inviting people in. We didn't invite in for a long time just to finish the clan games.
Yeah, exactly. So you can
it
take
is.
advantage of that, which is cool. And that also helps out a lot of people that are trying to get in there and that have small clans. They can't get the clan games finished, so they can go to another clan, start them, finish them there, and then go back to their clan for wars.
Yeah. New friendships.
Do you think that only doing one challenge is enough to get rewards? Well, yes, because that's usually all that I do. Maybe 2 on a good day. It's because I start my clan games in one clan, and then I go somewhere else to make videos, so I usually don't get back to the clan games. And Rig says, what are clan games?
I think I forgot about 3 or 4 accounts which had max clan games last time. So I played a lot.
Wow. Well, you're
But
cool
what's
I
your
think
favorite
Chronos, man.
I think I literally played like 1 or 2, like literally. That was it. I mean, content creation in Clash kept me busy, and I just didn't have time.
Take
I didn't
huge
have time at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of that, man, lately I've been thinking so much about how I want to get more involved in war, and like I really do miss warring, and I haven't done it in a long time, like consistently, but it's so hard to war and create videos at the same time. I want to get back into it, but I don't know. Okay, back on to another question.
Well, now, yeah, but you're in a transition to 11 or 12. I can't remember. Is it 11?
Me,
Or 12?
well, see, here's the thing. I was a Town Hall 11, and I had about 20 defenses yet to be upgraded to final. Thank you, Ryan, for that donation, brother. I appreciate it. And as I was upgrading, Town Hall 12 came up, and I had to make the decision as a content creator. Am I going to go to 12 so I can get that content, or am I going to stay at 11 and not rush my base because I never rushed a base before? And after talking to my
I was in
community-
that stream.
Yeah, you were in that stream.
I was in that stream.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody wanted me to go to 12, so I just did. So I'm playing catch up. I'm actually doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I'm killing it. My builders have been working since then. I haven't had one sit, but I am playing catch up. So my wall is all that molten, that Town Hall 10 wall. I have about maybe 30 pieces that are the white wall for Town Hall 11. We're getting there, but it takes some time. But yeah, I don't remember how we got onto that question, but that's where I'm sitting as far as the grind goes. For verbal and
Yeah. I mean, I was just saying that. I mean, that could be detrimental as far as you're doing war. I mean, because you literally are trying to upgrade your base right now. So I mean, don't get me wrong though. Is there?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I don't know what just happened. Is there what you call it? Is there layers to Town Hall 12 now in the leagues? I mean, did they have like they did with Town Hall 10 and 11?
What do you mean layers?
Well, like smaller, like not quite complete.
Goon, invite her back in so at least we can get the cams all set again because the whole thing is all messed up looking right now.
All right. Let's see if we can get her.
And so I don't even know what you're saying. I want to go into Bash's question. This one is for you, Verbal. He says, and it's two parts. For Verbal, and before I do, I want to be clear, I have nothing but love for Kronos. So this is a question that we thought might come through. And they've always treated me right when covering them. So Kronos is so dominant, and that's what I'm always talking about. He says, how do you guys handle any fair play allegations thrown your way? And people say that kind of stuff all the time about Kronos or about other clans that are doing well. So how do you guys as a clan handle it when you're getting accused of non-fair play stuff?
It was frustrating the first few months, but you get used to everything. You get used to it, and the main thing for me was, I think about a year ago, I handled Kronos Twitter, and I did a YouTube from Kronos for some time, and it was it was mostly bashing over there. And I blocked a few people, and I told this to the leadership of Kronos also. I said, well, I blocked 5 people, 5 to 6 people, and I think 90% of all the allegations went away. So it's only a very, very small group of people who keeps telling those lies. And well, you get used to them. At some point, you get used to it and say, well, whenever you're going to win, people are going to think you did something wrong or you cheated. But to be honest, we're on top of this game now for about 1.5 years, and there's never been a single incident. So if people don't trust us now, they're never going to trust us.
Right.
We know what we do, and I think, well, every of our wars has been streamed. If there was something wrong, it would have come up by now. So maybe it's time for those people just to accept we've got some players who are that good.
Yeah, and it's
but we're
true.
serious about it. We spend a lot of money in it. We spend a lot of time in it, and we always have to be on top. And well, especially since we met you, I think you made some episodes of when the updates came, just about after the updates, the Electro Drag, Astro Drag.
The Astro Drag. Yep.
Yeah, every time an update comes out, we're just on top of it. We're 1 week doing nothing but attacking with the new troops to make new strategies. And I know some other clans are doing that as well.
Of course, yeah.
Right.
And those
now, Riggs has got a question about private servers.
Yeah, I had that here too.
He's saying, are they still being used in the competitive war scene? If so, is SC doing anything about cheating that is crippling their game? Now, I don't know anything about private servers. However, I've heard about them. As a content creator, being in a lot of different clans, I've heard about them. Competitive clans, I don't know much about them, to be honest with you. I don't know how much they're being used. Is it rampant? As a fair play investigator, Verbal, do you know about these, and how do you go about trying to see if some clan is being or using a private server? Can you in fact find them?
You could maybe find one, but the risk of having people framed is too big, in my opinion. So we get sent some evidence in the NDL. I'm not talking for Kronos now. I'm talking for NDL. We get sent some evidence about people being on the server and people talking about it on the server, or people being active there or having accounts named the same as their home base. I think most of that is a frame job, and most of that is slacking. So I don't think you'll find people if they are over there. And we chose for about a year ago now, I think it was September 2017, not to see if people were there, but just to look at their attacks. You can see if an attack is practiced, yes or no. And there are many indications in an attack which show practice. If you have a queen charge and the queen goes the other way, goes left or right, and your troops are exactly right to anticipate that move, then, well, you can ask the player, well, how did you know that? How do you know the queen went right? How do you know she went left? There are many indications, and we look at those indications to say if an attack is practiced or not practiced. We don't look at the private server all that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, I would say that would be almost near impossible to police. I mean, because ultimately you guys can't police that.
It's easy.
Oh, well.
It's easy. The league does it themselves. In NDL, the league itself accuses people. We don't accuse people as staff. I'm not going to look at every war and see if there's something fishy going on. That's not my job. But other people are. If my clan was in war against your clan, maybe your clan said, well, those attacks are fishy. They can contact staff and they look at the attacks.
Yeah.
And there are actually not that many attacks which looked fishy. And well, to be honest, Lulu, how many did we have this year?
Not very many at all.
Maybe 12, maybe 15 in a whole season.
Yeah, about a dozen. Yeah, we don't get a lot through, to be honest.
No.
And the trouble is, sometimes people say that an attack, it looks fishy, but it's difficult, isn't it? Because we know what we're looking for. It's difficult. It's difficult because there are good attacks out there that are fair play, and. It's difficult.
Right. One thing I noticed playing League, I had 2 accounts in League for a while and doing content. One thing I started noticing is a lot of base designs, a lot of people were copying base designs, and it become easy. Like I would see a certain layout and I'm like, oh, I've hit that definitely 3 times already. So it was perfect.
But then somebody may say, oh, hang on, you've cleared that base really easy. Well, you're thinking, well, because I've done it 3 times before.
Right.
So,
right. And I know you know exactly what to do. And if they copied it, like, because a lot of people just go straight to YouTube and they go, oh, yeah, look at this base.
I
see where and they'll copy it and they won't change the trap layouts. And when I would see it in League, it was like, I got this one. I want that one. Give me that one.
Definitely.
That's actually the answer to the second part of the question. What does SC do about it? I think they did a lot. I think they did a lot in the last update by making it easier to triple for everybody. Perfect wars were fair play clans. So there's the need to mod is going away, and it's going away for quite some time now. I think the last year the updates Supercell did were great updates against mod. Not by mod detection, but by making it obsolete. People don't have to mod. But which great mod clans are out there hunting fair play clans? They don't dare to anymore because a fair play clan could maybe beat a mod clan these days. It was out of the question 1.5 years ago. It was out of the question half a year ago. And now I think, well, we might very well beat a mod clan if we met one.
So what
it would have been out of the question. I think SC did that on purpose. They made the game fair. There's no need to mod. Everybody can have good results.
That's a good point. So you're saying that you would prefer the game be easier and have less mod opportunity than have it more difficult and more skilled with seeing more modding around?
That's a trick question coming from a clan who did some perfect wars, but I think if I had to choose, I would have chosen it because it's better for the community. It's better for the community if everybody had a chance to perfect a war at one time.
And that's good to hear because honestly,
I was gonna say it used to be almost impossible. I can remember Town Hall 10, man. It was like the missing link to 3-star Town Hall 10. And so like now it's different. Town Hall 10 is Town Hall 9. So
Yeah.
So it made it you don't have to mod anymore.
Right. And
Right.
most
Yeah,
people,
it's a lot easier now than it was.
honestly, you may be the first person that I've heard say, like, everyone you hear complaining about the update says they made the game easier. It's a no-skill game. You just spam Bow Witch and everyone can 3-star, which isn't true. But yes, that is a strategy that'll sometimes work, but it's not like every base you could do that to. But it's nice to hear your aspect and your side of it, saying how it's preventing the modding, it's making it less glamorous, and people are doing it less, and that's better for the game in the long run. So glad that came up, because that's the first time that's been discussed here, which is great. And now Riggs has a question for you, Verbal, and I have the answer in my head, but I'll let you answer it. He says, if you've never lost in a league war, because you guys are undefeated in the NDL in so far 2.5 seasons, how do you grow from your losses?
How do you grow from your losses?
But I mean, that's just, like, you guys do lose. Like, you lose in random spins. It's not just because you don't lose in your league wars doesn't mean you don't see losses. We're gone again.
The blonde is gone.
There she comes. Okay, we got her back.
She'll be back.
Good. So how can you answer that question for him?
We don't grow from our losses, but we take this game serious, and we take just what Dragoon said. Sometimes when you meet a clan, you know, oh, those bases are on the YouTube channel. There is no base from us on the YouTube channel. We always use fresh bases, and if we reuse the base, the traps are different, and the way it was tripled the last time, you can't triple it again this time with the same strategy, and that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of dedication.
Sorry, guys, I've gone off camera because it keeps lagging.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So, and I just feel like I'm not making much input because I don't hear the question.
But you hear it when your cam is off, correct?
Yes.
Then
yes.
just keep it off. We see your.
Yeah.
We have your luscious locks there. We'll just look at those. It's fun.
Yeah, just look at my back of my head.
We'll look at the back of your head. Yeah. So here's a question from It Burns, and this one actually could be for you, Atomic Blonde, because you are part of 3 Strikes. Do you think that 3 Strikes will win the NDL Semi-Pro this season?
Absolutely.
It's a good answer. Absolutely.
We're on a roll. Absolutely.
3 Strikes is on a roll. They're doing some things over there. It's pretty cool.
We are indeed.
What other the woman? They're making fun of your Wi-Fi, saying that you're on McDonald's Wi-Fi over there.
Ah, no.
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah. You.
By the way, shout out to Crusher. Crusher does a lot of work with the 3 Strikes fam. Shout out to him for that. Those guys definitely they know what they're doing. So it's and they work hard. They work hard at it.
Okay, now I have a question I'm going to pull out of my head right here, and then I'm going to ask you guys for more questions from the community, because it seems like we've dried up on questions right now. And it was about that base designing. And Goon, you made a joke about, well, you actually didn't make a joke. You said people will go on YouTube, find bases, because they're either on our channels highlighting stuff, or there used to be those base building channels, people that would just, their whole channel would be based on building bases, and those channels would explode. What was that guy that worked with General Tony? What was his name? Do you guys remember that guy? He was a base builder. He got up to 100,000 subscribers just on building bases. No voice, no nothing, just base designs. I don't know. I don't remember his name either. But
My name.
Do you think that those channels on YouTube have value?
I watch them all the time in the beginning. I don't watch them much now, but in the beginning, when I started Clash about 4 years ago, I watched them all the time.
They were really helpful, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't use them for League War, but when everyone starts at Town Hall 1, Town Hall 2, and at that point, you don't know what the heck you're... I remember going back, too, looking at a Town Hall 4 base design, and I was like, this base is going to crush everybody. I'm just going to stay at Town Hall 4 and dominate. Like, I literally remember having that conversation inside my own head. Because the base was
I think we've all looked at those channels. I mean, I can remember looking at those channels. I mean, at the end of the day,
Jasso was the name.
It improves your competition level in just regular clans, in your regular spins. Like if a normal clan that's not a league clan actually watches YouTube and like starts building those bases, it actually it creates a little bit of excitement in a regular spin. Instead of seeing like the general or the Southern Teaser. I mean, and then it's just like, I mean, you just want to go to sleep on those wars. I mean, it was kind of a waste of time, but I love it when a clan watches YouTube and like builds those tough bases, because some of the bases maybe you hadn't seen. It was like, let's go. So
We got
yeah.
Burns coming in with a question. How much longer will Town Hall 9 survive in competitive war leagues? And you guys being important people in the NDL, what are you seeing with clans that are associated with the NDL and Town Hall 9s? Do you think there's another season of NDL with Town Hall 9 involved? Do you think it's going to phase out? Where are we in that whole transition?
I'd like to think we've got another season with Town Hall 9 for sure. I mean, because there's a lot of, players in the NDL that are Town Hall 9, have got Town Hall 9 accounts. I just think perhaps they need to add something to the Town Hall 9 level.
So you want to see a new troop or a new something?
I doubt SC is going to do that. I think they really want to move
it would be a
past
terrible
Pretty
shame,
sure they're
though,
not going to
because
do
I
that.
just think, if you think of the breakdowns of all the different divisions, if you look at the divisions in NDL and the breakdowns, there's more Town Hall 9s than any other Town Hall level at the moment. So that's a lot of accounts that can't league play if, Town Hall 9
It's true.
goes
But
down
do
the
they-
Swanee, so to speak. I've got Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10, and a Town Hall 12. But my Town Hall 9, I love playing. It's so much fun. I just think it would be a terrible shame if they were to, if it was to die like the Town Hall 8 did.
That's coming from you guys who are elite Clash players. You're not the average Joe Clash players. The average Joe Clash player, they have their account and they grind their way up and they do that kind of stuff. So, to them, this wall record comes out. That wall record is sweet. I'm getting up to Town Hall 10 so that I can get those donated to me. Where at Town Hall 9, that was incentive for people to move themselves up. I'm glad to hear. I like seeing Town Hall 9. And, with Town Hall 12 being here, as a YouTuber, it's so easy to look at that Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11, Town Hall 12 content with the wall wrecker. When you see people actually using the battle blimps and tripling bases, it's like, that's great content. But, I have to remember that there's a lot of Town Hall 9 content out there. There's a lot of people that want to see that content. And I need to be legitimately think about putting out that content because there's still an audience for it and there's still people that need that stuff. So
Perhaps,
I think in league play it might be too much for different Town Hall levels. So I think it's a lot. If there's going to be a Town Hall 9, maybe this season, but I doubt if the next season will have Town Hall 9s.
Really, you're gonna cut them out completely, huh? You think?
I think the three to four major leagues. Yes, I think the next season they might have Town Hall 9s, but the season afterwards, I don't think so. I think everybody should have moved to Town Hall 10 by then.
Well, I'll tell
I
you
think
what.
it's too complicated.
First of all, I agree. The more Town Hall levels, the more complicated it becomes. Does Supercell really care about the league play and stuff like that, though? A little bit of hype there for Ryan for that donation coming through. Thank you very much, man. Do they... I know that Supercell enjoys league. I know that they like that there's this stuff that encompasses their game. But do they base their decisions on the leagues or no? What do you guys think?
No.
Right.
No, I don't believe it. No, I think they like the game, the leagues, and I think they appreciate what the people do, especially since all the staff are volunteers in every league, as far as I know. Nobody's being paid, and everybody's spending hours a day to let other people enjoy a game. I think that's great, but I don't think they follow it that much. I don't think we are such a small part of their income. I doubt if they care that much.
Right. You're the minority, and that's definitely true. You're the diehards, but you're the minority.
Yeah, but in random spins, do you meet Town Hall 9s? I think last 10 random spins, we meet less and less Town Hall 9s. And we're spinning with 3 Town Hall 9s now. And last week we were spinning with 10. So we went from 10 to 3 in a week's time. Yeah. I think in 2 weeks we're not spinning Town Hall 9s anymore, not in random spins. So we're not going to use them in war if we don't have to.
Yeah, they're moving.
I think it's going to die out pretty quick. I think August. And after August, they're not going to be in random spins for league clans anymore.
Well, I will tell you, if Supercell really, really wants people to move up from Town Hall 9, they'll take away the base build timer from Town Hall 9 the same way that it's not there in Town Hall 8. Because if they do that, people can't take Town Hall 9s to League. They will completely kick them out of League. I don't think that Supercell will do that. I don't think they care. But if they wanted to make people go up,
I think they have to reduce the time for heroes. I mean, 2 heroes, you have to get your king and your queen up 10 levels both. And it takes about a week of manual farming to get those Dark Elixir. And they're doing it quick, so that means 20 weeks. That means half a year before your account can be in war again.
Yeah,
I think they have to reduce that. I think they will.
The Dark Elixir cost?
I don't know. Something to speed up the heroes from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 10. I think they have to do something like that to make the people from Town Hall 9 up quicker to Town Hall 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very long shot, and that was a long shot between Town Hall 10, Town Hall 8. If you had a Town Hall 8 with only a king, and you came Town Hall 9, how long did it take to max your queen? I spent
that's what I did.
Most of the time of my game there. It was 30 levels, queen. Come on, you knew. Well, I'm not going to get there in a year. It wasn't fun.
I mean, I only have one account, and I got my account as a brand new account, fresh, Town Hall 1, and I farmed it up all the way to where it is now as a an early Town Hall 12, and that Town Hall 9 grind, that's 50 hero levels at Town Hall 9. That's the biggest grind in the game right there, is that Town Hall 9 grind.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But
so I think they're going to reduce that. People are going to go to Town Hall 10 quicker.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, I was saying there was a lot of Town Hall 9s, looking at the breakdowns in the leagues, we were using mainly 9s more than any other Town Hall level. Well, if all these people have moved up to Town Hall 10, it's going to take time to max out these bases, so they need to do something.
Now, I'll say this, like, the Town Hall, like making Town Hall 9s irrelevant, obviously, it makes people push to 10. And that was said in the last Spring Trap with Darian. There's a backlash to that. Town Hall 9 is the biggest town hall in the game.
Yeah.
And there could be the fact that people don't want to make that push. And if you make their town hall irrelevant, they may just quit the game.
Did that happen to someone that you know, Goon?
Yeah, it did. It did. Very personal with me.
I mean, I've got on max 9. For me to be in league play, it would mean I'd have to move up to Town Hall 10 and max that out, in the next 2-3 months to be ready, if I was to do NDL, for example.
You better have a good job.
Oh, there's Rosh, baby. What's up, Rosh?
What's up, Radical Rosh? How you doing, brother? I'm actually not down with the current chat because I'm saving some questions I found along the way.
I think Bashing had an interesting question, though. You should get that one.
Okay, let me scroll down. I'm gonna.
Yeah, he got it.
I don't see his question.
Let me go back. It was something about pushers. Okay, right here. Pushers are definitely the largest spenders, but how much promotion do you see for any pushing content?
Well, Clash Bashing puts out pushing content. I mean, that's what his channel is primarily focused on, is the push, right? His channel's doing better than mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
I
I
don't think that Supercell doesn't talk much about trophy pushing besides the whole topic of the clouds and trying to fix the clouds. That's something that pushers deal with. They always do talk about the war stuff, but as far as YouTube content goes, I know this wasn't where you were going with your question, though, Bash. People are more into watching farming stuff and pushing stuff on YouTube than they are war stuff. The only people that care about the war stuff are the people that are, pretty big into war, which is, I guess, not the majority of people playing the game. But I don't know. Did I answer his question or no?
I don't know. It sounds legit. Let's move on.
Riggs Gaming asks, "You going to continue making PUBG mobile content, Echo?" No, probably not. I don't love it. I liked it. I didn't love it. And I wasn't so great at it either. I'm going to continue doing Clash of Clans content. I'm going to sprinkle in some other games that I'm enjoying doing and kind of have fun with that. But I'm going to continue the Clash daily grind. What's up?
Hey, good. Bash did say something right here. It says, no offense, but the strat vids are getting promoted by SC. He's talking about the in-game vids.
Oh,
yeah. The strategies.
Yeah.
But now look, you could look at that two ways. You know what? You could look at, yes, they're being promoted in game, but now pushing has to involve some strategy. I mean, don't get me wrong. You get 50% of base, right, and still move on, and as long as you win, it's great. But I think those strategy videos actually help pushers now. I mean, and that's why I think SC leaves the older. I mean, there's videos there that are so outdated that are. I mean, you can look at mine even. I mean, my Town Hall 11 video that's in game right now, it's completely outdated. But for a pusher, it still work. I mean, because he just needs to get. He doesn't need a 3-star. He just needs to get a majority victory.
That's
So,
a good point, though,
maybe-
Bash, that they do promote
Yeah.
war attack strategies for the most part in the game. When's the last time a push video was tweeted or put on Facebook? Again, I'll get off my soapbox. I don't know. I guess so.
Hey, he's right there. He's right there. I mean, for sure. I mean, you don't see a lot of that, and I'm not really sure what the answer is to that, man. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure why they don't promote that, because that is the biggest content pool, is pushing and farming.
Well, maybe
So,
they feel it doesn't.
Right.
Maybe they
You
feel it
read my
doesn't.
mind.
Yeah, maybe they feel it doesn't offer knowledge to their audience, that it's like, showing that what you're doing and having fun doing it, but maybe they don't feel value in an educational aspect, because it seems like the stuff that they're promoting are things that are teaching people how to do stuff, and maybe they feel, and I'm not trying to say that you're not teaching people stuff, Bash, but maybe they feel that those videos don't teach something, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Maybe not that, Echo, but maybe it's just that they feel that there's not a need to push that content. That content is actually flourishing. Maybe the war content isn't. I mean, maybe it could be that simple.
It could be. Thank you, Ryan, for that donation. He says, I'm a young, poor man, but your passion for what you do is very noticeable and admirable. My question is, do you think Supercell should add a buy-sell feature? What are we buying and selling? In-game things? What's
Accounts,
that?
Accounts, I think.
Accounts.
Yeah, but that's what he meant, right?
That's the only thing that would make sense, because why would you want to sell something that you have on your base? Riggs, I see your question. I'm going to get to that in a second. I don't know. Do they want people having multiple accounts?
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't do the SCID. It's a little contradiction, because it's actually against the terms of service, but they put in the SCID. Why do you have a SCID to change between accounts? So
That's true.
Promote having different accounts as well. And, well, to be honest, in a competitive war scene, who has only got one account? I don't know anybody who has just one account. You're the first one, Echo. You just said I have one account.
Yeah, I
think
do.
You're
I'm the only.
the first one I met in the last year.
Yeah, it's an amazing account. That's why no account could be as good as mine.
You love an account. That's.
I have a dedication to that account.
It's actually it's just a name. It's just a name and some random numbers.
That is my account from day one.
Why is
I got like 10 or 12, dude. I mean, yeah, I got a ton of accounts.
Go farm his accounts now, because they're filled with loot in those pumps. Right?
Oh yeah, baby. Get it.
And Riggs,
There's plenty of loot.
what I'm gonna do, Riggs, because Riggs, if you guys remember, he created the Falcon attack strategy, or at least he put that name tag on it and promoted it as Falcon. And he says that Supercell didn't promote it. So what I'm gonna do tonight, Riggs, I'm gonna go onto the Supercell chat. I'm gonna find my Falcon video with the most views on it, and I'm gonna send it to them so that they can promote the Falcon. Does that sound fair?
But it was a blast of Falcon video, so why does he care if
I was just joking.
community about it?
I mean, he's the one that made that video. He's saying, why didn't they do that? I mean, honestly, man, there are tons. I mean, think about how many videos I put out. I put out a video or two every day for 2 years, and yes, I am in game. I have 2 videos in the game right now, which is amazing. But I've only been tweeted out by Supercell, and I think I have about 800 Clash of Clans videos. I think I've only been tweeted out 3 times. So when you think about how many videos I have versus how many times I've been socially shared, it's not a lot. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, I come out with great videos, or at least videos that I think are great all the time. The Asto Drag attack. I came up with that one and put it together over in Chronos 2 weeks ago. And I got in touch with Supercell. I said, this is a great attack strategy. I put together this video. Take a look. And they took a look. It didn't go anywhere after they took a look, but they looked at it. It didn't get promoted or anything, which is fine. But for me, I'm thinking this is a great strategy with their brand new troop. This could easily, this could be tweeted out and they could share it with their community, but they didn't, because for whatever reason, they didn't find it valuable enough. They didn't want to put a tweet out for content that day. I don't really know. I'm not there. But, many times I've been in the position where I'm like, I can't believe this thing didn't get promoted because it was something so brand new.
that. I agree. They could do something more with that. I don't follow. I follow the channel, but there's hardly something interesting over there. I think it's bad.
Oh, and Bash is talking about it right now. And this is something that Goon and I talked about when he switched over to PUBG Mobile. When you were looking at PUBG and other people in the Battle Royale genre, those social networks, and even I'm doing Identity 5 content, they've tweeted out more stuff from me that I put out in the past week than Supercell has in 2 years, which is fine. It's a different model that they're doing with their game. But, Bash says on... okay, other things. Do you think that it would be bad for Supercell to do one video a day on social media? So out of the people that are in their NDA, and when you think about how many people are consistently creating Clash videos every day that are in the NDA right now, I mean, how many people are there? 10 or 15 people that are doing daily videos on Clash of Clans that are in the Supercell NDA? Probably 10 people.
Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you're so successful they don't have to.
No.
What about this? What about this, man? I mean, you look at, I think, what does Clash of Clans have as far as sub count on YouTube?
12 million.
10 million? Oh, okay, 12 million.
12 million.
Like, what would it hurt them? What would it hurt them to try to support their content creators? I mean, isn't that, in the end, it's reaching an audience with Clash content, right? So, like, why not? Why not retweet? Why not help them out, boost them any way possible? In game, out of game, social networks, Facebook. Why not support them, man? Build them up. You want your game out there. You want people out there doing it. Build them up. Don't let them burn out, man. That's just me, man.
Thank you, Ryan. He says, Verbal, how's Jeff doing? Still mad at fails. I guess that's a little inside joke going on. You look like you're getting heated over there, Verbal. Looks like he's getting heated. See, now we're sitting.
For about a year.
We're sitting here complaining about Supercell, and I'm not saying that I'm complaining, but how we think they could do things better. But they do. They have in-game videos, and that is huge. My video that's in-game for Supercell is 1.6 million views. That's a huge amount of views, and that's so much success to that video, and that would have never been there if it wasn't in-game. So that in-game feature is the best feature that any game offers for promoting content. It's just, it's not a daily thing. Like, you get put in-game, you're in-game for months, which is great for people in-game, but the people that aren't in-game, they're drying up. But I think a daily or even like 2 or 3 videos a week, if Supercell said Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to tweet out and Facebook out a video that we think is valuable to the community, whether it be farming, pushing, war, or just something for fun, that would be awesome. But I mean, there's no way that we could answer that, but I think it would be beneficial. I mean, people follow the Twitters and follow the Facebooks because they want information from Clash of Clans. So if they're giving you information they think is valuable, even though it's created by someone that they're not paying and that's not staff, I mean, I don't see how it could hurt. I'm going to scroll through and look for some more. Yeah, Supercell is not, they're not making as much money as they used to, but they're still doing well. I mean, when you look at Google Trends, like I'm always looking as a YouTuber for other games to play in addition to Clash. I think that every single person that does YouTube, when they sit and play a game for a while, they're always looking for what's coming next. Like, what can they do in addition? Because you don't want to have your channel just focused on one sole thing. And every time I go to a mobile game, except for Fortnite, but that's not a mobile game, you look at Google Trends, and even though Clash of Clans is 6 years old now, it's still above all the other games. And not they're going to be there forever, but they're still doing really well, and they're still one of the number 1 or top 10 games downloaded. Do witches really deserve the buff in the recent updates?
Look at Bash's clickbait title, bro. I love that one, dude.
I'll take Echo quitting Clash, my clickbait title for tomorrow.
Clickbait, baby. Let's go.
Don't do that, please. Don't do that. I need every view I can get, man. Don't start sending them away. Come on.
Oh,
man.
no, they're going to click on that, man. They ain't going nowhere. They're going to click on that one, bro. Get a 3,000 sub gain tomorrow. Let's go.
I could use it. Witches, the buff, was it needed or no? Town Hall 9.
No.
I saw.
Absolutely not.
I saw in the video, I don't think has come out yet, but I did a video for Kronos where there were 4 9v10 triples. That was in a recent war that you guys had. One of them was a witch slap attack in those hits. And I mean, they were not max Town Hall 10s. They were fairly new Town Hall 10s. They did have Infernos drop, but still, the base was heavier than the attack. And
when had the Queen 40, they all had the Inferno, so that's what we call a 10.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, it was definitely a 10. Definitely a 10. But
low 10s. Yeah. The lowest you can put up. Yeah.
Yeah, but still. So I mean, there was a hog attack in there. There was a Laloon attack in there, and there was two hogs, a Laloon, and the witch slap. So I mean, I wanted to do a video the other day on hogs versus witch slap, which is tougher at Town Hall 9. Like, hogs are beasts right now at Town Hall 9 also. Laloon is still going to be one of the best strategies across the board. One of the things that you guys do best over in Kronos. What's up, Pickles? How you doing? Thanks for coming through. We got your crew here, yep.
Hey, Pickles up.
Hey, Pickles.
A little bit of hype for Pickles getting that anniversary thing. Everyone's seeing that video. I saw it on YouTube today of her talking about what's going on with the NDL and how she got into Clash, right? You guys see that video today?
No, not yet. No, I was on the plane, so I didn't check too much. Is it on now?
It's on their it's on Supercell's YouTube channel. Short 2-minute skits for a handful of the players that take part in the 6-year anniversary war, and she was on there representing you guys in the NDL.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to check back.
I'm just reading through the chat. It's a bad video. What'd you spit out your G Fuel for, Spooby? What are you talking about? Good. Do we have any other questions that we missed in here? Ryan, thank you so much. Pickles, how's your night, you beautiful human being? Good. Just stick around, Pickles. They keep throwing money. Ryan does.
Ryan's spending a fortune, right?
Yeah, it's all right. He can handle it.
Dank just poured some whiskey in his G Fuel. My man, let's go. Let's go.
How's that taste?
Yummy.
No need. It was to make less skilled players more relevant in war. That's what All I Do Is Gaming is saying about the witch buff.
Ooh, shots fired.
Well, I mean that's what he was saying before. That's what Verbal was talking about how it becoming, easier to attack across the board in war, and that's helping to keep away a lot of the modding issues. Take care.
Yeah,
Riggs. Thanks for hanging out.
And we know that happened. I mean, we know that. That's what happened. Is it a terrible thing? No. What is this? I'm missing the perfect storm. Thank you, Zishan. But
it's been like that always.
They did lessen the curve. Yeah, the skill gap was lessened. Yeah.
We have sorry, you continue with what you're saying.
No, but when you go back, I think I started Clash when they had the heroes, and you couldn't lure the heroes outside of the base anymore. And I know that was the first time people say, well, I'm going to quit playing because this is not going to be fun anymore. We're not going to triple anymore. Well, I think we've got 25 updates since, and every single update which comes out, everybody says, well, this is a shitty update. We don't like it. And 2 weeks later, they're tripling with the new update. They like it. Mm-hmm. And there's a thing which is weird, because you're asking why doesn't Supercell support the streamers a little bit more. I do ask myself that, and I don't know why they don't, but they're a very intelligent company, because every update they did, well, maybe they changed it a little bit and nerfed it a little bit and buffed it a little bit, but every update they did I liked, and in the end, and every update I wouldn't want to turn it back. Which update did you want to turn back?
None.
Builder Hall.
You know what?
Builder Hall.
Builder Hall, yeah, well, but it's not a normal in game. There's not for wars. Which troop would you say, well, we didn't need it, we never used it, I didn't like it when it came out? I liked all of them.
Yeah, I mean, that part, yeah, for sure.
When Town Hall 12 came out, everybody was screaming, we don't need Town Hall 12. We're going to stay at Town Hall 11. Now, one of your clan goes to Town Hall 12 and they go to the sieges. You need more sieges and you need donations, and everybody will up.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hate the Builders Hall. It's just not something that was so successful.
Cleric does.
I mean, no one loves besides, who was it? Radical Rosh. He likes playing Builders Hall, but no one really loves it. But it didn't ruin the game. It just it was a waste of an update. It was a waste of a big year's update. But it didn't ruin the game. It didn't make anything bad. It's just, something that most people don't care about.
My Builders Hall is really bad.
I mean, when you're a streamer and you're waiting for your army to cook, it's not so bad to jump over to your builder's hall and do an attack. Get your stars in. All right, Marshall's Kiss. This is a controversial question from It Burns, so we're going to ask it right here. Oh, where'd it go? I just lost it. Well, it had to do with Marshall's Kiss. They asked if they were banned from the NDL, and to be honest with you, I don't know the answer to it. And if they were, why were they spotlighted by Supercell for the CWL?
Question to who?
That was, I mean, I guess to you two, because you're both the admins over in the NDL. I'm trying to get the exact question, but I...
Say the question again.
Okay, here it is. Is it true that Marshall's Kiss was banned from the NDL for modding? And if so, why would Supercell spotlight them? Do they only care about the CWL?
Well, was the yes, they're banned from NDL, and they will stay banned because they modded. And I think the video they promoted was actually from May or something, March, January, February, March. It was a fairly old video. I don't know why they put it up.
It was before the ban, wasn't it?
Yeah. The video was from before the bans, and the bans were about.
So and they also asked. It Burns also asked, do they only care about the CWL? Well, we know that's not true. I mean, Pickle was just sent out to Supercell to participate as the founder of the NDL. So the NDL is definitely recognized by Clash of Clans. They also recognize the MLCW over there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this it's not just CWL. That's probably where it started from, but it's not the only one. But good question, I guess, being that they were banned from the NDL.
Yeah, they were. But I thought it was weird as well to see the video, and especially since it was such an old video. Normally, when I see content, it's maybe a month old, but this one was 3-4 months old. I don't know why they re-erected that.
An electric elf.
Is that re-erected?
According to Goat is in the chat. Represent. Let's go. What's up, Chiefy? How you doing, man? Look at this.
Thanks so much, Matt.
What's
Allen.
up, Spoop? Yeah. I love Goat, man. I love this guy. He just comes out of nowhere. Boom!
Yeah.
Let's go.
Look at Spooby. Spooby's burning bridges right now as he sits in here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, watch what you say there, Spooby. These things. Remember, on these live streams, these chats hang out in the sidebar. You never know who you're gonna need help from in the future, brother.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Little advice right there, Spoobs. You better delete that.
By the way, guys, look here. We got how many more days, man? We got 2 more days left, right? Or 3 in this month. If Spooby gets 3K, guys, I'm gonna dye this beard and my hair as black as Spooby's magic marker beard in his video. So if you guys get him to 3K, hey, well, look, man, he's at 26, man. So between you and Bash, make it happen, bro. I can't make it happen, dude. My clashers are gone, man. They're on you guys. So get those guys to sub to Spooby. Whether you watch him or not, just sub to him. It's free.
Yeah, who
Make
cares?
me dye this beard and hair. Let's go.
You probably actually
Make it more
shouldn't.
interesting. Dye it blonde.
I said pink.
Nah, I did that one time, man. But let me tell you, dude, that was a bad mistake. I made a deal. Black. No, man, black it is. I told him, just like his magic marker. You got to see his video, man. He did a magic marker beard for me.
Nobody's going to do that because black is easy. Come on, make it more interesting.
Pink.
Make it blonde.
Yeah,
or red for
yeah,
black.
okay. Yeah. Pink beard. I got you,
Pickles.
Dank. I hear you. I was going to do a shot for you, Dank, but I take it back now. I'm not doing it.
Pickles says
No.
they do care about the NDL quite a bit. Darian asks if he can do a show with me in the near future, which would be awesome. I would love to have Pickles and Darian here on the show on the Trap. Would you be down with that, Goon?
I'm always down with that, man. Pickles is... There you go. I always love it when Pickles comes on.
Spooby's been on the Trap, I think, two times already. Thank you, Matt Allen. I'm a rock star. Thanks so much, man. I always wanted to be a rock star. Goon's a rock star, though, too.
I'm a shot star, bros.
A shot star.
Shots to the stream.
You definitely are. But something else that's going on tonight that we're kind of streaming over right now, it's going over in the on Twitch primarily. there's a 24-hour stream going on right now for Rigoletto. Yeah. And it's a charity stream. If you guys don't know, he's having some serious health issues. He's been in the hospital for a couple of weeks now. I believe he's in a coma still. So there's a GoFundMe going on right now. What I'm going to actually do after this stream, I'm going to probably try and wrap up this stream now. I'm going to actually head over to Lady B's stream and hop on stream with her. Not sure if she has a cam spot for me or not, but either way, I'll be on voice. And when we do leave this stream, I'm going to ask all you guys to come over, just even if for a few minutes, just to show some Springtrap love over on Lady B's channel and just trying to throw a little bit of hype on top of the event they have going on for Rigs. Whether you go in there and donate or you just go in there to support, either way, it's great. So when this does end, I'm going to be putting her link in the chat right here. I'm going to go over there myself, and we're all going to throw a little bit of love her way, if you guys would. So I guess with that said, it's time to close some things up. So what I'm going to do, I am going to hand the mic over to the blonde hair over there in the corner to say goodbye. That's not Goon.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Echo.
She sounds better than that, Goon.
Okay, I tried.
I
tried, man.
All right, Atomic Blonde. Say your goodbyes. Say anything that you want to say. Promote whatever you want now.
No, I was just going to say, have a good evening, everybody, and thanks for having me on your show. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure
and
having
I
you.
hope I can come back too. And sorry about all my camera working and my signal.
It's okay. It was nice having you either way. Don't you worry.
Have to do it again with camera, right?
With camera, right? I agree.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for coming down. And how about you? Verbal?
Yeah.
Last words to you, brother.
Last words to me. Well, thanks for inviting me. I had a fun time.
It's great to have you.
It's my night. It's 5:32, so I'm going back to bed now. But I had some fun. It was a nice conversation. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Thanks for coming through. And
go to Rigoletto. Donate.
Yes,
Donate
that's what I'm actually typing that in the chat right now. I'm going to copy paste it and spam the chat as we get out of here. But Goon,
yeah, it's great.
Goon, it's on you, brother.
Yeah, man. Hey guys, thank you so much. Verbal, Blondie, thank you so much for coming out, talking to us on the Spring Trap. Ultimately, hopefully you guys had a good time, because that's what we're trying to do. We want our guests and the stream to have a good time, and that's what the show is all about. So hopefully you guys had a good time. I know there was some controversial questions, some pressure questions, and then some good questions. So hopefully you guys had a good time, and that's all we wanted.
Yeah, but even those controversial questions could be answered in a positive, mature way, and it's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
we put that nice spin on things, and it's not intimidating or aggressive towards anyone. But either way,
I think if you just come from the heart with any question, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
just let it go. Agree. Whatever's on your mind, just let it go.
Let it go. You gonna sing?
Nah, man. Nah, I'll let you do that, bro.
No.
Bearded guys don't sing much, man. That's all I'm saying.
Don't you see this beard I'm sporting right here, Goon? This is like a month and a half's worth of work right here.
Oh my God. I love it. Hey, I love it, man. I love it. Dye that black. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, guys. So thank you all so much for coming down to the Trap. Episode 31 is in the books. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Spring Trap. Remember, guys, we're always here to talk about Clash. We're here to talk about any topics that you guys bring up. And thank you guys for coming through, supporting the Spring Trap for yet another week. I really do mean it that I'd love to have you guys come over to that Lady B stream right now. I'm going to try and hop in there because really it's for a good cause. The Clash community is so close-knit, and this is a time where we need to stick together to support someone that could use some help right now. And like I said, even if you just come over just to say what's up, to throw some numbers in the stream to bring more people in, that's very helpful. So thank you everyone that came through. Thank you Spoopy for popping in here. Thank you Pickles. Thank you Goat. Who else? We had Clash Bashing pop in. Radical Rosh popped in this stream. Anybody else? All my mods, all my sponsors that came through, everyone that threw donations, and everyone that was even just here supporting. Thank you guys so much. We do appreciate it all the time. So that's going to be it. We're closing out the show. Guys, take care. I'll see you next time. And until then, be good.
Or be good at it.
Bye, mate.
Bye.